We are live. What is up, Mountaineer fans? My name is Mountaineer Paul. You have landed here at another edition of Hoops from the Hills. It's a good day to be a Mountaineer, guys. Hope your week went well. It's the weekend. I'm sure a lot of you guys have some plans for this weekend. A lot to talk about on this episode. We're going to be talking about a new coaching hire that has been made. Cavel Witter is now a few titles for the West Virginia Mountaineers. We're going to get into that. Jerry West, even in death, giving to the Mountaineers, as his family has allotted some gifts and things for the Mountaineers in an ongoing thing after his death, which is awesome. Get choked up even thinking about that. And West Virginia has offered another 2025 four-star phenom. We're going to check him out. And whatever other news we can get into. I'm sure there's some other stuff that I'm missing or forgetting. You know, I bought all these Post-it notes, and they're all blank. I need to start using them more before I go on when I'm jotting stuff down, because I know there's other stuff to talk about, and here I am blanking. So, you know, that's where I miss having Jordan on here or Coos when Coos was on here, because they usually did this part. I just like to talk about what's going on the floor. All right, so let's get over to WVUinsiders.com and read an article I prepared about this, and then we'll move on from there. West Virginia University basketball tabs Witter as new assistant. West Virginia University's basketball program has welcomed Cavel Witter to its coaching staff, appointing him as an assistant coach and coordinator for video analysts and scouting. This announcement comes from head coach Darren DeVries, marking a significant addition ahead of the upcoming season. Witter arrives at WVU following a successful tenure at Drake University, where he contributed as an assistant coach and operations chief. His efforts were instrumental in Drake's impressive season, securing 28 wins and clinching a spot in the NCAA tournament after claiming the Missouri Valley Conference championship. Coach DeVries expressed enthusiasm about Witter's appointment, citing their previous collaboration at Creighton, where Witter played under DeVries and later served as an assistant coach at Drake. This familiarity with DeVries' coaching philosophy and strategic approach is expected to seamlessly integrate Witter into the Mountaineers program. For his time at Drake, Witter gained coaching experience at Georgia Southern University as a graduate manager, following a stint at Lincoln University at Missouri, where he helped lead that team to multiple postseason appearances at tournament successes in the Mid-American Intercollegiate Athletic Association. So I think familiarity is the name of the game here, right? This guy is, from all accounts, a player's coach, somebody that's a little closer to their age than the other coaches. I think he was in college as previous as 2010, which is 14 years ago now. I get that, but he's still in his earlier 30s. So there's still going to be that connection to the younger player, so he can still dress like them. I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying generally younger coaches tend to bond with those players a little bit. So there's that aspect of it. A couple of things really. He was a free throw extraordinaire whenever he played. He still holds the program record, 32 in a row. He scored 40-something points in a game for Creighton in one game, and then at one time, and I think he was a backup at the time. And looking at his film, this guy's a really good shooter. And even though he's a coach, I think that's going to translate, because you need to have coaches that know what the fundamentals of the game look like. I use Mike Leach as an example only because he didn't play the game but was able to coach it. Some guys can do that, but at some positions you need to be able to physically show somebody how to do certain things or what the better way is, or be able to spot things quickly whenever they're doing things wrong. And I think this guy's going to help people in the when it comes to physically in the lab, on the court, with shooting. So that's going to be something. And then obviously the familiarity is a tough word to say sometimes, is going to be a big deal. And I think, it's seamless because they've been together so many places. He knows the system as well as anybody on the team. So he can help get Coach Frazier and other people, maybe even on the staff, up to speed with how DeVries does things, because he's got so much more riding time with him, right? So that's another big deal. And this guy's won, right? Pretty much everywhere he's been. So I think, you look at all that and think, good hire, and he's starting out at the, pretty much at the lower level of it, as far as coaching hires go. But I'm sure he's probably making better money. So that's going to be a big deal. Let's get into the chat really quick and just welcome everybody in. Timothy Green said, "What's up, brother?" He said, "I think this is a really good hire, very good hire. I really like what our new coach is putting together, not just as a staff, but as a team as well. Let's go Mountaineers." What's up, Leo Cole? How you doing, man? What's up, Simo? What's up, Civil Mark? What's up, brother? I haven't seen you in a couple episodes. Any chance Supnick comes back to WVU? Sumanik, that's a good question. I've been asked, and I reached out to him. He did not respond. So take that for what it's worth. He did read it. I don't know, man. Maybe they're working on it because the coaches are really keeping it secret right now. Like, just to be honest, like, it's extremely – I'm getting nothing. So maybe that's because they're not doing anything, or very little, or maybe it's, it could be multiple things. There are some names floating around out there, but I don't want to speculate because there's nothing really concrete at the moment. So, and to be honest, I haven't looked into it in over 24 hours, and there could be hot names going on right now that I may not know about. So if there's something that's come up in the last 24 hours, I wouldn't know about it, to be honest. Thank you for the compliment, Timothy Green. That means a lot, man. I like the Jordan brand, and I like this hat. It goes with a lot of the stuff I wear, so I appreciate that. All right. Jacob, you just missed that we hired a new coach, an assistant. Let me pull up a different – let's see. Let me see what they're saying on X about this. All right. So let's share the screen here. All right. So as you can see, he's got that. This is him. I need to follow him. This is his Twitter account, X account. And you see right here from WVU Men's Basketball. Welcome to Almost Heaven at Coach Bell. Witter will serve as an assistant coach / video and scouting coordinator. So that's pretty cool, He really nice looking guy, man. Looks like he knows what he's doing. He's already got the Coliseum in the background. You can't be mad at that. Looks like he's a well-dressed lad as well, so that's also cool. And looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table, guys. Not a whole lot on him yet, but looks like he may be religious, stuff like that. So probably going to be a good hire overall. So looking forward to seeing what he looks and sounds like in an interview setting, because I always get a lot out of that too, as far as somebody's temperament, what they're like, how they speak to people. I'm a pretty big interview guy. Another thing I had on the show, I guess this can apply to both, but so let's go ahead and read another article. Well, no, not an article. I apologize. This is something from, and we're moving on. We're switching to another. Let me make sure nobody else had anything they wanted to say about Coach Witter there. Yeah, maybe I can, Mark. It's good, possibly. So, Jerry West, gifts to The West family announces that Jerry's legacy will live on and can be honored through gifts to West Virginia University. These include 3 scholarship funds, with one being dedicated to academics and another to basketball. There's also a fund for WVU Children's Hospital building. And here is this is a gold blue news guy. It's blue gold sports, but I think it's gold blue news. I don't know how they label it sometimes, but um, I can't zoom in on that any further. So there's the X account. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't remember where it was exactly. I have to share the screen again though. Okay. All right. So this is from the Clippers, which is interesting enough, but the West family extends our gratefulness for all the love, kindness, and wonderful tributes that we have received in the week since we lost our beloved Jerry. He would be touched and humbled by the outpouring of affection. Yet if you knew Jerry, you understand that he would shy away from the attention. We will honor Jerry's wishes and mourn his passing privately. Jerry's heart never left West Virginia. His legacy will live on and can be honored through gifts to WVU, Jerry West Academic Scholarship Fund, Jerry and Karen's West Virginia Basketball Scholarship Fund, Jerry West Scholarship Fund, and WVU Children's Hospital building. With love, Karen, David, Amy, Michael, Keely, Brody, Mark, Jennifer, Andrew, Ryan, Johnny, Mitch, Michelle, and McKenna. So that's Johnny West right there, who is, obviously the son of Jerry West. So, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out as far as, maybe this helps the basketball team in some way. I mean, I think Jerry would love to know that, I mean, obviously I would rather have Jerry West still alive, but hopefully this can help the team. I mean, that's what we want out of it. And if somebody needs a scholarship, or if there's a sick kid out there that somebody helps by donating, that would be great. But I would encourage all of you guys to go over there and donate something to Jerry West's Fund. I'm going to do it today. So I'm going to send $20 to probably the basketball fund. I mean, I don't know exactly what it's going to do, if it just goes straight toward NIL or what. But I think we all owe Jerry West $20, right? If you can afford it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm definitely not saying that you guys, I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I don't know what your financial situation is. Mine isn't great, but it's good enough that I can afford $20 for the fund. So that's going to be my gift to Jerry as he passes on, and hopefully that does something. I like it because I can't be a donor to the university and interview players on the team. It's some kind of rule against it. So I don't give to Country Roads Trust for that very reason. But I figure Jerry West's his scholarship fund is not affiliated with the university, so I have to look into it. But it's kind of silly, man. I saw a question back here about full practice. Let's see. Who asked that? There it is. Leo Cole, what's up, man? Hey, Tim, Paul, how long to a full practice? And can WVU fill their roster after starting with practice? So they're already practicing, Leo. I don't know how much the coaches are involved or what the rules are with that anymore. I honestly haven't really. But, I mean, everybody came to town a week and a half ago, I think. I mean, Tucker moved in to his place. So did Toby Okani. Right around the Toby Okani interview was when I did that interview. That's when they were moving in. So how long has that been? Maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. So they all were practicing, I know, that day, working out together, different stuff like that. As far as full practice goes, I think that's a little bit closer to to football season. So I don't know exactly when. I'll have to look into it, but I want to say I just can't remember, man. Let me let me do some ad reads really quick, guys, while I've got some of you in here really quick and honor the channel sponsors. This episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football is brought to you by Dutch Miller Automotive, where friends and family pricing means you get the best deal right up front on any new or pre-loved vehicle in stock every time. Oh, sorry about that, guys. My video went down there. With brands like Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Kia, Hyundai, Ford, GMC, Buick, and Subaru, the Dutch Miller Automotive family is always growing and ready to put you in the car or truck you've been searching for. Check out our inventory across West Virginia at DutchMillerAuto.com or come in today to the home of friends and family pricing, only at a Dutch Miller Automotive store near you. And today's video is sponsored by Magic Shine Auto Spa and Tint in Morgantown, West Virginia. At Magic Shine, your vehicle's care is their top priority. They use only the highest quality products to ensure your car not only looks its best, but is also protected and maintained with the utmost care. From window tinting with top-of-the-line Max Pro Tint to protective ceramic coatings from Diamond Protect, they've got you covered. Drive in today and experience the difference at Magic Shine Auto Spa and Tint, where your car shines like new. Shine on, Morgantown. All right, guys. Let's see. I just got a message from somebody I'm going to check out really quick to make sure it wasn't anything major. Okay. So I did an article today about Pitt's seating arrangements, their stadium. Somebody had posted that Pitt reported something close to 50,000 people for a game, and then I looked. He shared the photos from the game, and it was more like 15 or 20. And then looked into that. That's something Pitt does a lot. I don't know who else does. But I found it freaking hilarious, man. And, I wonder what that, how much and how often it goes on for teams that maybe fudge what their attendance is. Ticket sales can be 50,000 for a game. 40,000 people might show up. It happens all the time, right? So I wonder how many of these teams are just reporting ticket sales, But, yeah, interesting. So anyway, I had the guy that posted all the numbers to that. I did an article on it, and he just messaged me and made me laugh. All right. Smack, what's up, brother? He said it feels like it's all coming together. Get another big body and one more assistant coach. Let's go. I wish the NBA would come out and officially say that West is the logo. It would be a fitting tribute to now that has passed. God bless Jerry West. I agree, brother. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you, Timothy Green. When they go out of state, are them games going to be on TV? Yeah, ESPN Plus, Jacob, is going to carry pretty much every game for every team now. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, it's basically like, you remember if you watch the Reds or if you watch the Pirates, they used to have like Fox Sports Ohio, Fox Sports Pittsburgh, like those different iterations. Well, those all got bought out, I think, by ESPN. Because now those are all on ESPN Plus, basically. And I know a lot of people know. I think we're lucky personally, especially basketball-wise, with our coverage of the games because it's Tony Cariti's son a lot of times that does it along with somebody else. But generally, though, people don't like the ESPN Plus coverage, but I love it because how else would we watch all the games, That's definitely what it is, Smack. It's all about money, man. If we come out and say he's the logo, then anybody can ask for money at any point, and right, you could have the great granddaughter West come out 20 years from now and say they want money for that. But I mean, a simple contract you think could have worked it out. But Michael Olnick, they're working out Monday through Friday in the mornings this week. This is the week 3 in summer workouts. Yeah, right. We know it's summer workouts. I think he was wondering about full practice, Michael, and that's the thing I wasn't 100% sure about. Uh, it might be, Jacob, when they go to Italy. Not exactly sure. But yeah, thank you, Michael, for the information, like Timothy said. So, but yeah, really cool from the West family and the Clippers, for putting this out. They didn't have to post that, so certainly really cool on their part, man. And it makes me happy, that hopefully people got out and supported, but it's probably come and gone in their memory since then. So, I have to figure out a way to remind people of this every now and then. And then the last piece of news, I think, unless I couldn't remember if there was something else, but is West Virginia's offered a new wing. Let's see if I can find it just by looking up West Virginia basketball here really quick. Let's see. Yep, right here. 247 Sports from 5 hours ago. WV Hoops offers 4-star class of 2025 wing from California. WVU Hoops recruiting is active again, and this time it's from across the country. Coach DeVries and his staff extended a scholarship to offer to 2025 wing Winters Grady earlier this week. What a name, per his ex, formerly Twitter account. This offer marks the 37th high school prospect that has received a scholarship from WVU since Darren DeVries arrived in Morgantown. Grady, a 6'5", 185-pound small forward from Napa, California, prolific prep, currently holds a 4-star 91 overall rating from 247 Sports, ranking him as top 100 in the class of 2025 and number 8 in the talent-rich state of Cali. Grady is on the radar of many high majors as he owns over 16 Division I offers so far. 10 of those are from Power Conference teams. West Virginia joins a list that already includes Washington, Arizona State, Michigan, Creighton, Oklahoma, Oregon, and even more. West Virginia currently has commitments from 2 high school products in KJ Tenner and Jonathan Powell, both of which are 24 guards who will arrive in Morgantown ahead of the upcoming season. Grady is one of many 2025 prospects who have been offered by the staff so far. So let's see what we can see here on his X account. If I just click that, it should show it. Yep, right here. Winters Grady, thankful to receive an offer from West Virginia University. Let's see what we got going on here. There he is sitting on the floor. It looks like maybe he got fouled. Oklahoma State's joined the race. There's Michigan. Wow. Pretty nice looking kid there he's fairly well built for his age. Usually they don't have any muscular. Let's see. Here's some highlights. Oh, that makes me nice. That makes me happy. You know that. Let's check it out. Nice fadeaway. Wow. Well, he's not. He's really good at shooting it off the dribble so far, looks like to me. Getting to the bucket, he's going to have to get stronger, no doubt about that. At least in that video. Now, that's a very small portion of it, but in that video, what I saw was he's the kind of guy that's going to be needing some work as far as driving it to the bucket. He really works to get his shot off. In college, he's going to have to get in the lane and to the rim some. And maybe he does that more, and I just caught some bad highlights. But it's hard to tell from highlights. If I could give anybody advice on a player, if you're watching a player, don't watch highlights. I mean, highlights are great if you want to look for certain things in their game, especially offensively. But to get the totality of a player, if you're really going to talk about them, especially like I do, I watch full games if I can find them. That's really hard to find for high school players sometimes. Sometimes you just have to go off the highlights and what you've read. But, if I can find tape, I will watch it. I'll watch possessions, defensively, especially because you can get all the offensive highlights. A lot of the tape will start well before the play actually happens. You can get an idea like what their dribbling capabilities are, how they run through screens, do they communicate on offense, do they crash the boards, do they follow through their shot, like all those different things you're looking for. And then on defense, do they know the play? Do they listen to the coach's instructions? Do they adjust? Do they shade, or do they play zero coverage, or do they shade one direction or another? Like, all the different little intricacies that I personally look for when I'm watching tape on somebody. And I don't know exactly this kid. I don't know the full package, but athletically, he didn't blow me away. I would just say, I think he's good, but I think we'll have a shot at him because, sorry. He's a 4-star rated on 247, but based off that bit, I would say that he's probably not going to be an extreme high priority unless he's just some legendary shooter that I just haven't caught wind of. He was great there, and he could be a great shooter. Like, it's just hard to tell from that tape right there is what I'm saying. Maybe he never misses, and that's why he's so high, because basing it off the athletic part of that deal there, I wasn't unimpressed, but it didn't blow me away. So I hope that explains it better. A little convoluted there trying to explain that. But, yeah, cool name, Winters Grady. The names keep getting stranger and stranger, guys. He's got a lot of good offers, that's for sure. So here he is again. Let's watch one more quick one, guys. Oh, I got to turn that off. Goodness gracious. I got copyright hit the other day just from letting a song play for 4 seconds, I think it was. Okay, here is the line. So look, he's crossing, he's stepped back in a lot of times to get his shot off. There he is again, behind the back, which is beautiful. You can definitely be a great player like that. Don't get me wrong. There we go. I want to see him take it to the bucket. This clip was already more impressive than the other one we watched, guys. And who knows how old it was. Look how quick that release is. Hold up. So he's always – the thing about him, too, is he's always got – he never goes straight up with it, at least so far. Now, I'd have to watch a lot of tape to draw that conclusion for sure. But he always does some kind of move before he goes up, probably for rhythm purposes. But, like, watch this. He's got to get in that left hand, right? So he's got to get in that left hand. That's one thing I would tell a defender against him is he loves to pull from the left, right? He's got to get in that left hand first before he shoots. He's so far rarely goes right and pulls it. Yeah. I could watch film all day, though. You guys know that. I don't want to bore you to death. But he's a nice player. I think we'd be extremely lucky. And he just proved me wrong right there. He went right and pulled it right on that video. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to draw conclusions from clips. It's just hard to do. But he's a nice-looking player. I would love to land him. Don't know what our shot is. He's out in California. But I would say with DeVries on his trail, we got a great shot, especially with Tucker. If Tucker has a great season or whatever, he's the kind of kid that would take notice, right? So, um, really, really cool, man. Hopefully, we get that kid. Don't forget to like the video, by the way, guys. It says this is the real truth. Over 80% of the people that watch don't click the like button. Maybe it's because I'm asking you to. I don't know. Maybe it's like psychological, and I just don't understand. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. So don't hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys. By the way, we got to over 2,000 on Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. I want to thank you guys. We'll have a virtual pizza party on Saturday. Thank you guys for doing that. Drop a comment below. Let me know if I've done anything stupid while you've been on this episode of Mountaineer Paul Talk, or on this episode of Hoops from the Hills. There was something right there. If there's anything specific you want to see in the future episode, let me know about that. And just generally comment about the episode. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what I could do better. I'm always looking to get better. Some more comments. Oh, and the super chats are always open, guys. If you guys want to donate to the channel and help me out, there's two ways you can do it. Ours ROCKEL 85 on Cash App is my cash tag. And on here, you just use the super chat button if you're on YouTube. This is my full-time job, and if you're wanting to help me in any way, or if you want to buy a membership as far as to the channel, that's also another way you can help me. So I try to bring that up once per episode because, I mean, obviously the YouTube tells us to plug it 2 or 3 times an episode. I'm just not going to do that. I mean, I need money, but it's not like it's not all I do this for, so. Lastly, guys, we got the Garrett Green helmet pull coming, right? So it's going to be one of your last chances to sign up for that. And here it is in all its glory. It's signed by Garrett Green, as you can see in gold marker. Never been touched by human hands other than his. It will stay in that package right there with the certificate of authenticity. I've never actually looked at it, to be honest. But yeah, there's the certificate of authenticity right there. If you ever wanted to know, it's a Rydell mini helmet, and the way you get it is by subscribing to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Subscribe to Hoops from the Hills, and then also go over to the forums on WestVirginiaInsiders.com and subscribe to the forum. You do that, you get your Garrett Green mini helmet if you win the drawing. Timothy Green, play Paul. I have a question. What happened to the live show the other day that was never a live show? We waited for like an hour, haha, but it's all good. Just wondering what happened. Timothy, I'm pretty sure all I did was I switched the title. There was a spelling error or something like that, and it switched it, but it made it a whole new episode. I thought people would catch on because it was the same or similar title. I honestly didn't think anybody. I didn't know you guys were waiting. That's probably why not that many people showed up for it. But I changed the time, or I switched the title. I can't remember exactly. I think it was the time, and it left one up for both times. And it's never done that before, so I don't know exactly why. I'm sorry about that, dude. I didn't know you did that. Hey, Gamecock Chuck. Nice to see you, man. So I'll show you right now. Easiest play. You already subscribed to both my YouTube channels anyway, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. So what you do, man, is you'll go to, and I'll share a screen with you here really quick. All right, so go to WVInsiders.com, which is, I'll put it in here. And then it's all right there in front of you, man. Both of the, if you're not, both Mountaineer Paul Talks Football and Hoops to the Hills are right there. Click on those and subscribe, and then go to the forums, which is right here on the very end. Or if you're on your phone, they'll look like a hamburger, like the 3 lines will be right there on the left-hand corner, top left-hand corner of your phone. Click on that, and then go to forums. And then you're going to go to general. It's under general discussion. And then giveaway. Eat shit posts here. Click on that. And then basically, like it says above, post or eat shit post here to win. Winner will be picked at the end of June. So that's coming up, brother. Hopefully that helps you. Hey, Mark. So he's asking when the next live interview on Hoops to the Hills will be. Just to be honest, I have some NIL offers out to people, and they just haven't accepted them. Javon Small, others. I haven't pushed them in a while either, because just to keep it general, I am not the person paying for all these, and I usually get I get a channel sponsor for the show or whatever, and it's expensive, extremely expensive, like 4 figures, or more. So, it's not it's hard, because I don't want to drain that well dry, and at the same time, because I think the episodes are great. They do good stuff for my channel, but I'm trying to spread them out, if you get what I'm saying. Because, without the capital of my own, I have to rely on other people, and I don't want them to think that every time I call it's for money, because I'm not like that. But got to have it, to get these interviews, unfortunately. I wish it was like the old days where people would just come on and talk for 30 minutes, but everything has to be NIL related these days. It's just the life, the way it is in sports. So, I've tried to make friendships with some of these guys, and hopefully they'll come back on for free in the future, but you never know with that stuff happening. Piss on the Panthers, eat shit Pitt. Yep. That's a great song, man. Did you make that up? Thanks, Timothy. Appreciate that, man. So, appreciate you guys for coming on today. My football series will continue tomorrow. I'll probably be doing Arizona soon. I've gotten a hold of a couple content creators with the Arizona Wildcats. We're going to go over them, and I'm going to ask them the question exactly: why was Arizona getting so much love when they switch coaches, even with all the returning production, right? I do think they're a top 5 team in the Big 12, don't get me wrong, with the potential to be a top 1, right? They could be the best team in the Big 12. I just don't know, with everything they're replacing, with the new conference and all these new things, I don't know how good they're going to be. So we're going to have to wait and see on them a little bit, but they could prove me wrong, no doubt. It'd be interesting to see what happens there. So don't forget to go over there, Mountaineer Paul Talks. We'll check that one out. I will do more, Simple Mark, as far as the live interviews go. I could offer some. Would you guys want to watch some other players? My thing is, I could get other players on, as far as, not Garrett Green and, not Jaheim, big time players like that. Or on the basketball side, it's kind of hard because there's only so many you can ask. But it's on the football side, it's hard because I just don't know what the interest is going to be, And hypothetically, I don't want to give a guy $500 for a show that nobody really cares about or watches, So, which is damn good money for 30 minutes of your time, right? But that's what that's what the lower level players are going for. I'm talking about any player, name a player, no matter if he plays or not. you pretty much start at $500. I've got the text on my phone where somebody from the trust told me that we don't even call them for less than $1,000. So it's wild right now. And there are some that would charge like 5-6 grand to come on for 30 minutes. So so it's just the way it is. I don't know when the market will reset or if it ever will. And I am not 247 Sports or Rivals where we can we have some kind of relationship with the university where they just kind of give me people. That doesn't happen either. Jacob, I don't cover baseball fully is the problem. And while I would love to interview J.J. Weatherholt, I truly would. I mean, I would almost do it as a one-off. The YouTube algorithm is very weird. And if I started doing baseball on either of the shows, it would throw my algorithm completely out of whack. And it would think I wanted baseball people, And the algorithm is, think of it like, let's say you're building a wall. And you're stacking boards on one top of each other. Or shingles. Let's do shingles even. And the first one is off a centimeter. That doesn't really matter, but when you get to the 20th shingle, you look at it and say, "Holy cow! The 20th one's this far apart from the one at the bottom. How did I get that off?" And the algorithm is like that. Like you might be able to do one video on another thing or a topic, and it might not bother it very much. 10 videos down the road, it thinks you're a full-fledged baseball channel now. And that's the part that bothers me about it because I'm not exactly sure. I would love to integrate new stuff into this. I would. But I don't know enough about the algorithm, even with all the information they give us, as to how much I can play with that. Get anyone from the team and you'll watch it. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother. Yes, Game Shot Chuck. It's all NIL related. And that's the only way I've been able to put myself in position. I got Tucker DeVries, and I stand on this because I'm proud of it. But I was able to get Tucker DeVries, not 247, not Rivals, not anybody else. I interviewed him first, and I was willing to pay to do that, because I wanted to be the first media outlet in West Virginia to interview Tucker DeVries, and I'm proud of that. But I did have to pay to do it. Maybe they wouldn't. But, if it was just people who were just left to their devices, well, his first interview had been, Mountaineer Paul or Hoops from the Hills. No, probably not. But that's the world I'm living in, man. I have to – I'm risking it all for this, Like, I was willing to go get a $6,000 loan to do certain things. I'm trying to do whatever I got to do, So I don't know. I'm not trying to give you a sob story, but I'm just saying, this is all I got, and it means a lot to me, a hell of a lot, and I can't expect it to mean that much to other people, because that's been my problem in the past. I place expectations on others and think, well, they realize how much this shit means to me, and no, they don't. Some people don't care, and some people can only think of themselves. So, unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it is. But I'm still proud of what the channels are doing, and I told you guys about something I was trying to buy the other day, another channel. The negotiations we're just far apart on price. I wanted to do it, but unless they come down, it's probably not going to happen. So that's another thing. I was trying to grow. That would have been an almost 15,000 more subscribers. But the risks I'm taking with that are I don't know if any of them will stay subscribed. They would have to. Basically, I'd have to sell myself all over again. I might get an audition or two with them, as far. It could end up being a big waste, so maybe it did me a favor because the channels have really plateaued. The first 12 to 1,500 subscribers on both of these channels happened in like 6 months. And the last year have been a climb from 1,500 to 2,000. And I don't know if that's because the limited access because of West Virginia only content, or if it's something I'm doing wrong with the thumbnails, or what. But the channels aren't growing fast enough for my liking. Maybe I'm just not being patient enough, and that's very possible. But I'm trying to get bigger. 4,000 subscribers just ain't enough for me. And I know it's not all about subscribers. It's really about views. And you guys see what I get. It's not like I'm popping off 50,000 views or 20,000 views or nothing. I'm okay with that. But I have high expectations. And sometimes things aren't moving quickly enough for me. And I appreciate you guys, the 30 or 40 of you guys that are in every single one of these chats. It means a hell of a lot to me. And I hope you guys don't leave. But we're trying to make this thing bigger than it is, I may have to expand though. Like I've been considering it, and not doing it because my heart isn't all the way in it doing other teams as much. But I enjoy doing them every now and again. But I'm probably going to have to start covering other stuff if I want to be fully successful on this sports channel. In an oversaturated market, it's like there's not many markets more saturated than the sports market, like for college football specifically. So, you look at like video games are probably music, just like, different things like that are, like a little higher up, but not much. Thank you for that, Jetty K. I do try to reach out to past players. It's difficult, man. I'm telling you, and I don't know if they have agents or what, but like I did an episode with Steve Slate that didn't get 1,000 views. I thought that episode was going to be like 20,000 views. No, nobody watched it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what it is. Like I market the hell out of it. I do. And I record so often now. Like in the past, I record like 3 or 4 times a week, and I record every day. And I thought that would help me, and it does in a sense. Financially, it does. I'm able to make pretty good money if I record every day. But it's weird. My views and subscribers were better when I recorded less. So I don't know if it's like a less is more type thing. And I know these things aren't why you guys are here. I know you guys aren't here to watch me talk about this, but I've done enough of these to know that you guys don't mind. So whenever I talk about myself a little bit, because you guys are part of the community. When I grow, you grow. Like it's just the way it is. Like that's how I see it. And like I'm the kind of person like I would, if I made it, especially if I made it bigger, we would have events. We would do all kinds of crazy stuff. But until I get there, can't really do much yet. So I'm definitely not going to stop plugging. I'm definitely going to keep trying. And eventually, we'll be in a place. I don't know how old we'll all be, but we'll be in a place to be really proud of what we've done here. Even if it looks different, even if it's not exactly the same thing. Whatever happens, we'll be happy. Thanks, Timothy, for having your wife subscribe. That's funny. How about doing videos on the teams that we play only? I think that would be interesting. We would all like to know a little bit more about who we're playing. Well, if I have been, Timothy, if you've seen, let's see, I've done Penn State and Texas Tech so far. And I've been trying. It's really hard because, okay, obviously I have like for every team, I might have one person that I know in the social media slash YouTube space. But other than that, like, and that's for the new teams I don't have, and for some of the Big 12 teams I don't have, like Iowa State, Kansas, I don't have, like Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Penn State. I got somebody, but like I don't have somebody I can just holler at yet. I still ain't done this long enough to have a guy for every team. So what it turns into is me messaging like 10 accounts I see, and it has to be somebody from my end that I know actually does this. I'm not going to bring somebody on here that sucks just because they cover a team. So I have to research them too. You know what I mean? So there's that aspect of it. And it's so time consuming because if I had my druthers, I would have the next 2 or 3 weeks lined up, scheduled with these guys. And what it turns into is like, but after 2 hours and I've only gotten a hold of one person and he's not replying as quickly as I want him to because he's got a life. And I'm sitting here trying to just say, hey, when can you do a video? It's aggravating. You know what I mean, Timothy? So I need to probably get to a point to where I hire an intern. Coos did that at one point in time. So if you guys know anybody that would love to intern for somebody, for whatever applies to this, I am up for grabs and would love to have somebody on as an intern. I'd work them a couple of days a week or every day if they wanted to learn a lot about this, and even try to throw them a few dollars here and there if I could. So if you guys know anybody that would like to intern, it would mean a lot. Gamecock Chuck, I left my You Should Pick comment and sign up on the forum. Keep pumping out content, good stuff, man. I sure wish I could figure YouTube out as well. Yeah. Timothy Green's a good dude. JDK, WV School of Journalism has interns. That's where it's at. Okay. Awesome. I'll have to reach out to them, JDK. Do you know how that would do that? Like, what do I do? Who do I call? You know what I mean? Like, where do you find them? Do they have like a Facebook page or something? Oh, Lord. I'm illiterate when it comes to some stuff. You know what this means? I'm out of stuff. It's most time to wrap this one up, guys. But yeah, if you guys know where I can find people from WV School of Journalism, that'd be sweet. I would love to do that. All right, guys. You'll find out. Class of 94. Okay. Appreciate that, brother. Last time, guys, don't forget to like the video, please. If you don't mind, before you leave, just hit the like button. Or as I sign off, subscribe to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football and Who's from the Hills. I will have more players on. Believe me. It may take a little while, but we'll get them. And drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this episode. If you have any advice for me about some of the stuff I'm going through, all the way from that to how did you like the episode? Would love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to sign up for the Garrett Green mini helmet on WVInsiders.com. Subscribe to both channels and for the forum, and you got it nailed. Other than that, not a lot else, guys, that I have really to talk about. We talked about, obviously, we've hired a new coach, Cavel Witter. We'd love to welcome him here to Morgantown. We talked about the 2025 wing player, Mr. Winters Grady, which was an interesting name. And obviously the love and outpouring gifts from Jerry West and his family. So thank you guys for checking in on this episode of Hoops from the Hills. Really appreciate your time. Glad you loved the episode, Timothy, and you as well, Michelle. Love you guys, man, and we'll talk tomorrow. Oh, by the way, before you leave, I have a Discord, and let me give you guys my Discord because it's absolutely dead in there. And I had it rolling at one point in time. Uh, give me 1 second here while I look that up. If you're interested in joining the Discord, then you can message me there and ask me stuff during the day or whatever you want to do. I'll check it. Okay. All right. Do you guys know how? Do you guys know exactly how I tell you what do you guys need to know to know which Discord to come to? Is it? Let's see. It's telling me that it's Mountaineer Paul. Let's see. It's telling me that it's Mountaineer Paul WVU /B12 number 4493. I have no idea, but do you guys know how it works with the Discord thing? Let's see. I'll type this in though. If this doesn't work, I'll find out before the next time I come on. Try that right there for Discord, Mountaineer Paul /WVU, or just Mountaineer Paul WVU. I'm not sure which one it is. And come find me on Discord. It looks like this. So, and we can message during the day. So, other than that, guys, not a whole lot else to talk about. Just wanted to holler, talk to you guys, see what you're up to during the day. Maybe you guys can give me ideas and things like that, and just got to create a community outside of here. All right, guys, we'll talk to you next time. Until then, this has been another episode of Hoops in the Hills. This episode is over, and I'm out.